Hey guys, happy Monday and welcome back to our Quarantine Creative Challenge. This is week 4 of 6, and this week I really want to focus on color. So today we're going to learn to take a really bright palette that I just bought of watercolor paints and make them into a little more foresty colors and even a terracotta brown. So as we look at my color palette, you'll see that I'm going to make this forest green by actually combining purple, brown, teal, and green to kind of desaturate it. For the medium green, I'll do some mustard yellow with teal and green. And then for my bright green, I'm going to use regular yellow, mustard yellow, and green. And just kind of play with a variety of your colors so that it goes the direction you want it to. Now for that last brown, I'm going to use orange, brown, and mustard yellow. And this I'll use for my pots. So as I play with this palette, I'm going to do some typography. Our theme for this week is plants. Indoor, outdoor, just something alive that kind of brings you the reminder of spring. So as I'm painting these leaves, I'm painting them all different colors. I'm adding different shades of greens in there. And that's my inspiration for the next piece. So I'm going to take this really quintessential leaf shape, and I'm going to start by just drawing that line down the middle and the dotted line along the left. And as I paint from the dark green to the yellow green, I really want to emphasize the holes in this leaf because that's one of my favorite parts. Now, if you're impatient like me, you might realize that watercolor takes a little bit of time to dry. Now you have a couple options. You can use a hair dryer or you can just do 2 paintings at once. So today I'm going to work on this leaf, and then I'm also going to work on a cactus because why not? I'm going to start out with a pencil sketch, just really light because once you paint, you cannot erase it. So I'll show you how light that cactus is, and then we'll start with my terracotta brown. Now you can add a little extra brown to one half of your paint palette and then a little orange to the bottom, and that'll give you some fun variety. So you'll see that in this bottom left-hand corner, I've added just a little bit of yellow as I fill in the shadow of the pot, and I leave those highlights completely white. And you can add clean water and kind of move the brush around your paint if you ever need to lighten up an area. Now, my impatience is paying off because I can switch back to my leaf, and I'm going to do a really watered down version of those colors to make the light half of the leaf. So the other half is in shadow, and this part the light is hitting. Gives it a little more of that 3D effect. Now I'm done with that one, and I'm going to come back to my cactus. Now, of course, this video is sped up. If I were to just show you this video and talk to you about it, it would take a little over a half hour from my colors to my painting to everything. So I don't want you to be bored, but also realize that this does take a little bit of time. I'm going about 6 times the speed in these videos. And now you can see that I'm going back and the pot has dried, so I'm going to add in some deeper shadows, color in the body of the cacti. And you can see that those two were touching, so they bled a little, and I use that paper towel to kind of clean it up. And I can also go back and add this little arm because it's not touching the pot or the body. Now, once that's dried, I can go back in and add some fun details. I'm not going for super realistic because this is for fun, and I don't really need realism in my watercolor, just not personally. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of blue to some green and a lot of water. And I'm going to add a little shadow on this one just so you can see how it looks. And you can even see that I've added a little cactus, a faint outline of where the cactus shape would be in the shadow. And that, of course, I put it on the side of the pot that already had the darker colors. I'm going to sign both of my pieces, and then I'll give you a little preview drone flyover type video of the finished work for this week. And I hope that inspires you to paint with me. I'm going to post this video on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Those will all link back to my YouTube account, and I'll also put it on Twitter. I just want you to watch the video and either put your work in the comments below, and we can chat about it and share it with the community, or go to my Facebook page and put it there, or tag me on Instagram so I can see it and encourage you as we draw through quarantine. I hope you have an awesome week, and I can't wait to see what you paint.